Posts about the Russia-Ukraine conflict have flooded social media lately, but can we trust that the information we're seeing is true? Fox 55's Brianna Bias talked to an expert to find out how social media impacts the way we interpret events across the world.
Purdue Fort Wayne senior Marissa Myers lives 5,000 miles from the Russia-Ukraine conflict, but social media makes the world seem much smaller.
I see a lot of stuff on social media, on Facebook.
She says she has to be careful how much she trusts the information she sees on social media.
Facebook has been known to have their false medias occasionally, and there's a lot of just people kind of ranting on there, so you can only trust so much.
Indiana University professor of communication science Robert Potter studies the influence social media has on the way people consume information. And he says Myers is right to be cautious.
Maybe not untruths, but not the full truth gets spread across social media.
He says the kind of information you see on social media is often influenced by an algorithm. Whatever posts get the most likes and shares. But that algorithm can send you spiraling into a one-sided echo chamber. And Myers says she's well aware that she's being fed her own opinions on Facebook.
Can you trust your teachers? Can you trust your friends? Kind of just going with whatever political group that you're comfortable with, because that's ultimately what it falls down to.
But Potter says even if it's hard to avoid the algorithm, it's still vital to fact-check information, specifically photos.
In the Ukraine news that we're seeing, some of the pictures that are being spread through social media are actually from conflicts that happened years ago.
So he says before you click to share a post, make sure you actually read the whole article you're sharing and reverse search the images to make sure they're current and not photoshopped. But Myers says no matter how much she tries to double check information, she'll always question,
did it actually happen?
And Potter encourages everyone to ask themselves that very question and do their research before reposting. In Fort Wayne, I'm Brianna Bias, Fox 55 News.
Potter says even though it feels good to be the first one to break new information to your social media followers, it's always better to slow down and be able to fact check that first.